Today we're going to talk about upgrading Doorlister and Drawerlister. The first step in upgrading is you want to have everyone save their local settings using Settings, Network, the Local tab, and then Save User Options. So we're going to go into Settings, Network, Local tab, and then Save User Options. What this does is it saves your network settings, your favorite reports, your export settings, all those things that you set up, and it does it individually for each computer in case they're set up differently. The next thing we want to do is back up the data file. Now the data file would be on the server most likely, or a peered server if you've got a network setup of Doorlister. If you've got the single user version, it's likely in drive C. But let's go back to Doorlister here and take a look at network settings one more time. And this is the path, the drive, the directory, and the name of the data file. So that's where you want to see to look up your data file. Now, in order to do this, everybody must be out of Doorlister or Drawerlister in order to back up that file. But it should be done just before an upgrade. We'll go ahead and exit Doorlister. What I'm going to do is use Windows Explorer, and I'm going to go ahead and go to Doorlister, Data Folder, and find the data file, which is likely this one right here. The first thing I'm going to do is just cut and paste it. Control C, Control V, and it makes a copy of that data file. That's really all you have to do for now. In case something goes wrong, you can always go back to that copy. Now what you can do if you want to is rename this file something that makes sense to you, so that you can remember it. Let's say B for upgrade. This is merely an example. The next thing we want to do is, now that we're out of Doorlister, we're going to log on to the support site, and we're going to download the upgrade release. Okay, there's a couple ways to log on to the support site. First way I'm going to show you is just using your browser, and then go to the URL line of your browser and type in support Doorlister.com. Once you're there, you'll want to type in your login name and your password and click on sign in. At this point, you should see your list of files, and the upgrade file for the latest release is almost always going to be the last exe file on the page. There's also a full setup file in case you need to set up a new computer, but this is usually a couple increments behind the upgrade file. So we'll want to click on the upgrade file, and then we want to save that file. Now my browser is set to always save, but yours may be set to run or save, and you have to make a choice. Don't run it from the internet. What you want to do is save that file, and then you want to save it to a location where you know where it is. Right now I'm going to just save it to my desktop and click save. Now that file is going to be on my desktop, and I can run it from my computer. Keep in mind that if you have a network, you're going to need to move that file somewhere where you can get at it from more than one computer, so you don't have to download it every time. So I'm done with the support site. Let me go back to our list here. Okay, we paid attention to where to save it. Now we're going to run the upgrade file. Okay, so now we're going to run the upgrade file. So we need to go to our desktop, And there it is. We do a double click on it, and you're likely to get this message, unknown publisher. Well, you can be sure it's us. Just click on run. You'll get an extracting message. After you get an extracting message, click on yes to install, and the install procedure will be automatic. The install procedure will be automatic. From this point, it should bring up a README file that'll tell you what's in the update and so forth. In order to continue the installation, just close that file. The installation will continue. After it's extracted, you'll have a button, click install, and it'll show you the status as it copies the new files. That's all there is to the basic upgrade. The last message you'll get on here is the finish. That means it's done. Click on finish and it'll be done. Now going back to our to-do list, what we want to do now is start Doorlister 7. So I'm going to go ahead and start up Doorlister 7, and you'll see that we get a notice that we've been upgraded, and we need to reconnect to the data file. And what happens is it automatically takes you to the network settings form. So we're really in step 6 here. It automatically clears, and what we want to do is we want to restore our saved options before we connect to the data file. So let's go back to Doorlister here and click on Restore Saved Options. And what that does, it brings your network path and location back to where it was when you saved them before. It also saves your local reports, your favorite invoices and acknowledgments and so forth, so you don't have to reset those all up again. Now, if for some reason your data file is moved, or you have to connect to your data file at any other time, this little red guy over here is used to hunt down your data file, and you can do that if you need to. You shouldn't need to do that if we've restored our settings. But then we want to attach to the data file now that we're attached. So we click on attach and then answer yes. And then Doorlister will go through the process of attaching the data files. When it's complete, it's just going to say ready on the bottom status bars, and the hourglass will go away. Now, by the way, sometimes you may get a message that says new tables need to be added. If that happens, always answer yes to that. That means that this data file has new tables that wants your permission to put them in the back end. But that will be obvious when it happens. When that does happen, it may take extra time to connect to the data file. After that, we are done with this step. Now we want to exit Doorlister and do the steps 4 through 7. Run the upgrade, start Doorlister, network form, for all the other computers on your network. Keeping in mind that each one needs exclusive control when they're done. Thank you much. We have finished the upgrade process.